Hey there, you beautiful water signs. Thank you for joining me for another group reading. If you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, these messages are going to be for you. Now, if you haven't joined me for a group session before, no worries, friends. Please just understand not all messages are going to resonate. That's totally cool. If you need a private session, check me out at my website, kellyfergusonreadings.com. And if you like these messages, don't forget to like and subscribe so I can continue to do readings for all of you. So, I think it's been a little bit of a rough week for a bunch of people here, okay? So, I think in light of that, it might be time to look at health and wellness in all of our best good, okay? Because I think everybody could do to relieve some of the stress, some of the tension. I feel like people are coming up to a boiling point. So, let's look at a way that we can help take a load off, okay? What I think that I'm going to do is pull some overall energies from the Archangel Raphael deck, because Archangel Raphael is the healing angel. And let's see maybe what some of your focus should be, water signs. Water signs, please. Archangel Raphael, what messages do you have that are most important for our water signs right now in terms of health and wellness? Water signs, please. Water signs. Are some of you having a hard time taking a deep breath, or like you have some anxiety? I feel really heavy in my chest, and I literally feel like I'm not breathing properly, or I'm not taking appropriate breaths. This does feel like stress and anxiety as opposed to like an actual physical condition in the lungs here, okay? All right, okay. All right, water signs. So definitely, ooh, this one as well. Okay, 2 messages for you. So some of you water signs are still having a difficult time when it comes to relationships and stuff like that, because literally just flying out of the deck, twin flame. Look at that. And what this card says is the answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. So this is definitely coming in alignment with some of you guys in your readings in the last month or so. And I also have this one that was peeking up at me, which is vacuum away fear. Look at that. Are we talking about health and wellness? Yes, we are. You see that? And what this card says is call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, and everybody involved, okay? For some of you, this is definitely an issue of not being able to move on after having either ended a relationship or not getting what you want, okay? Now, for some of you as well, this is an issue of you are coming in alignment with a partner or with a twin flame, and you are nervous about moving into this relationship because of repeated patterns. Is this the one? Is this not the one? Okay, I'm going to work, first of all, with this twin flame energy and see what is going on for our water signs who need to let go and are having a hard time letting go. Let's see. I'm going to use my shamanic medicine wheel deck here. So for all of our beautiful water signs that need to move forward from a relationship that's not working out or through disappointment, what do we need to start doing? Yep, eagle. Here's my east direction animal right there, right? And you guys know how I love my wingeds. So eagle is showing up in the east direction, which means you need to start focusing more on faith. You need to focus more on your actual verbal intention. So what are you speaking into your reality? Are you being upset? Are you frustrated? Are you running through these, let's just say, experiences or he said, she said type items that are making you revisit and question what has happened? Or are you focused on feeling good? Are you focused on moving forward in momentum? Are you stuck in the past, revisiting and regurgitating about the what haves of this relationship? Or are you saying, okay, I understand why this ended and now I need to move on to something new? I suggest that you start looking at the way that you're thinking and the way that you're speaking to make sure that you are in alignment with calling the energies that you want to come forward for you, rather than being in alignment with the energies that didn't work out, because it feels like for some of you, you're sitting in energies that aren't helping you get to where you need to be, okay? I understand it feels good to be validated that you are a victim or that, you weren't treated right. I totally get it. You do have to come to an understanding and let's just say, a full circle understanding of where I sat in this relationship, but part of learning the lesson is moving on from that, and some of you are having a difficult time letting go, okay? So emotionally, yeah, it might take a while. Whale, all right? So whale is very much talking about, okay, 2 things. Number 1 is that this process isn't going to be healed in a day. I think some of you took a hard hit, water signs. Now, water signs, right? But what this also means for me is you actually do have a lot more ability to control your emotions and to control how you feel by, again, what are we swimming in, okay? And you've heard me talk about this before. You know, what bones are you choosing to chew on? I can choose to chew on the bones of I was a victim, this was wrong, this wasn't right, you know, this person didn't treat me the right way. But what you're really doing is sitting in the energy of lack, and you're sitting in energy that says, yes, I want to continue to feel like this and complain about this. So it's time to take that off your plate, all right? This also is giving you some information that tells you how you might be able to find happiness, joy, and peace. Whale, sonar, how do they communicate? Through sound, right? Even if you just take a moment and listen to the music I have playing. Soothing, lovely, calming, right? How much of this are you including in your day, water signs? Do you need possibly some musical intervention in order to help pick you up? Whether that means you listen to calming, loving, meditative music, whether that means you like put on some like amazing old school beats and start dancing out, it's totally up to you, whatever's gonna float your boat. But call on music, call on harmony, call on rhythm, start singing, start dancing, start participating in your own life in a fun, exciting way, and then you are gonna boost up your own emotions, right? Right? It's not all doom and gloom, water signs. Not all doom and gloom. What's going on in the west direction for our water signs here? Boom. Sweat Lodge. Oh dear. So, Sweat Lodge is talking about releasing negative energies and transmuting them into positive, okay? Sweat Lodge. And if anyone has ever been to a sweat lodge type ceremony, you realize that it's not easy work, okay? It's not just sitting in a room that's super hot. It's about meditation, it's about focus, it's about being uncomfortable and moving forward and exploring your feelings that are uncomfortable. Why? Because when you're exploring discomfort, you're usually going forward and identifying triggers that you haven't been happy with, possibly things or traumas that you have put into the past and not allowed yourself to digest and move through it. Usually these are the things that are holding us back, and we don't even know that they're holding us back. You know, whether you were, were told as a child that you were ugly, and so you don't feel confident in how you feel now, whether you haven't had a relationship work out for you in the past, and so you have doubts of whether or not relationships are going to work out for you in the future. It's time to sit with this energy and call back your power, friends. Absolutely. Call back your power. Any power that you have given away or left behind, it is time to bring it all home, friends. So even if you have to do ceremony, if you have to do meditation, if you have to quiet the mind, or if you actually do something like even hot yoga, for example, to really sweat it out and really kind of get to the core of these things, something that you need to do so that you can release it. So, water signs. And here's something else as well, to consider with the Sweat Lodge card. It's also about understanding the difference between like ego and separation and contrast. So for example, when you know how you don't want to feel, which it sounds like you've been experiencing that for a little bit of time, water signs, when you know how you don't want to feel, it also helps to remind you and point you in the direction of how you do want to feel. So if you're tired of feeling like you're going through the motions and getting kicked in the keister or not having a good time, remember you are also in charge of steering this boat, and you can choose, again, what bone you choose on, what you chew on, right? Choose something lovely. Our mind, north direction. What do we need to do for the mind for our beautiful water signs? What do we need to look for in our mind? What's the focus? What's the healing message for our north direction for our water signs? Here. Provider. Wow. Okay, this is a very male type energy. Let me sit with this for a moment. Okay, number one, there is a huge piece of healing for the self, because in this card with the provider is sweetgrass, okay? And anybody who has ever experienced sweetgrass, one of our sacred herbs, it is not only about cleansing, but it's about putting in positivity, okay? Have you ever smelled sweetgrass? How delicious it smells? It almost reminds me of like baking bread, okay? But we use sweetgrass in conjunction with the other sacred herbs like tobacco and cedar and sage. Every one of them has a place on the medicine wheel, okay? And considering this is coming up in your north direction, it is telling you, water signs, it is of utmost importance that you choose to start feeling good, and that you take steps to choose feeling good over choosing to sit in the negativity that you have experienced. Again, knowing that you were a victim, knowing that these wrongs are validated can be very satisfying, but it doesn't bring you progress. You are just sitting in the same energy of what did not work for you and reviewing the fact that it didn't work. We need progress, and from progress, what we need to do is step out of that and move forward into something that is good. So we need to start assessing how the provider would assess. What are my needs? What do I really need? What is going to give me the balance of, happiness, health, all of the stuff, whether it's mind, body, spirit, etc. Okay, so this is about understanding the balance of what I need. I don't need to be validated that I'm a victim. I don't need another person to make me satisfied or happy. What I need is to be satisfied with myself. What I need is to feel whole and comfortable in my own person, because until I am comfortable in my own shoes, how do I add to my party, right? You have to be a full person here before you can be, let's just say, operating in a full healthy relationship, water signs, and a lot of those messages for you. Take only what is needed, okay? This is also a provider type element, meaning don't look to fill your bucket with all these other things that you think might be good for you. It's about looking at, what do I need? Not my would be nice to haves, or I want to be able to have this nice guy on my arm, or whatever that might be. Let's start with home. Let's start with, do you have everything you need to be happy? And then we add to it, okay? Also, there's a lot of messages there about our animal teachers as well, right? So if you do have certain animals that are showing up for you, if you're always seeing hawks, if you're always seeing crows, if you're always seeing frogs, whatever that case is, it's time to take a look at that information and ask, what are these messengers telling me? So let's switch gears really quick for our water signs, because there's definitely some romance stuff here on the table, but some of you are afraid of moving forward into a relationship or into trusting, okay? So for all of our water signs who are moving forward to trying to vacuum away fear and move forward, what do we do? What do we do here? How do we do that? Right. Those are the three already. Interesting that this one has come out as well, because this just came out in the, I think, in the same position for the other water signs who were leaving or have left a relationship. So what do you first need to start doing? East direction, dog medicine. Okay. It's time to come home to yourself. It's time to be responsible for the happiness and the loyalty that you want to see, okay? Again, this is also talking about, dog is man's best friend. So this is about understanding who I'm with and trusting. Is this person going to join my pack? Is this person going to be a valuable contributor in my circle, okay? Because there is balance where dog is concerned. Like I said, there's the coyote connection, there's the wolf connection, but the dog is closest to human, right? Dogs are very loyal, they are very protective, they are very fun and playful. They have that beautiful balance between the protector and the playful side. So this is saying to you, water signs, for all of you who are worried about moving into a relationship, to not be too hasty, and when things feel good and are playful, then move with it, okay? Now, emotions. Butterfly energy. If it feels happy and you feel happy, then allow yourself to feel happy. Go for it. Move into it, okay? Don't be like, oh my God, is this going to be like the last one? That's not going to work, water signs, okay? West direction, same thing as our other water signs, all right? So this is about you understanding the balance between earth, air, fire, water, my head, my heart, my tangibles, right? My passions in life. It's about finding balance, and you need to find balance with you. Otherwise, you're just looking to bring something else in to fill a void, okay? This is about understanding, again, no ego, no separation, all right? Connecting to yourself, healing, all right? Now, the mind, I've got dolphin in reverse. So this is telling me that you are not feeling comfortable. You're thinking too much about this, and as a result of thinking about it too much, you are missing out on all of the fun things that are being presented to you right now. So for all of you water signs who are interested in exploring a new relationship or something that is coming up for you, I suggest you take hold of the situation and go have some fun. Because you've had enough time to be upset. You've had enough time to worry about what hasn't been working. Now that something's presenting itself to you, I think it's time that you grab this let's say, bull by both of the horns and go have some fun. Because if the universe is bringing you something lovely and you respond by looking at it with, I don't know about that, then pretty soon your something lovely is going to turn into something not so good. Water signs, you can be in complete control here, but it starts with controlling your emotions. This is where your health and wellness messages sit. I hope you appreciated these messages and that they help you out along your way, water signs. If you enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to give me a like, share, and a subscribe. And don't forget to join me next week for another group reading. Thank you, my friends.